This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Carol. Carol talks for a living, from morning till night. So she relies on Flo's crystal clear home phone service brought to her through Flo's 100% fiber to the home network. It keeps her in the know, and because she bundles her mobile broadband and TV services, she enjoys huge savings, so she can enjoy much more for much less. So visit any Flo retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
Welcome to this Barbados Today news update for Friday, October 7. Thank you for joining us. I'm Desmond Brown. Nearly 3 months after the Employment Rights Tribunal ruled that workers were unfairly dismissed from the National Conservation Commission, the former employees received their settlement payments today. They received compensation equivalent to 52 weeks' wages. One of them told Barbados Today he lost his home and the $46,000 down payment he had made. Minister of Water Resource Management, Dr. David Estwick, has announced the immediate establishment of a rapid response unit at the Barbados Water Authority to help ease the water woes plaguing several communities. Dr. Estwick made the announcement at a press conference this afternoon.
As we move into the FCC regulation, that unit will be responsible for rapidly responding to outages due to infrastructure failure that result in loss of service to customers. Let me be clear, that results in loss of service to customers. It will have responsibility for communications with the public. It will have responsibility for deploying water tankers. It will have responsibility for deploying and filling community tanks. It will have responsibility to engage customers, service, inventories, procurement, and engineering departments. I am confident that this unit and the enhanced number of water tankers available will be able to allow Barbados Water Authority to manage the filling of community tanks and service areas affected by outages in St. Joseph, St. Peter, St. John, St. Andrew, and St. Thomas.
Additionally, the government minister announced a new hire purchase system that would allow Barbadians, initially in the water-starved parishes of St. Peter, St. Joseph, St. Andrew, St. Thomas, and St. John, to acquire a complete water tanker system for a nominal charge over a 5-year period. Meantime, opposition MP Dale Marshall is not holding out much hope that the solutions announced by Minister Estwick will bring relief to the water-starved communities. The St. Joseph MP told Barbados Today he's waiting anxiously to see whether the promises made today are going to be anything like those made back in January.
In January, the minister proclaimed that he had the solutions, that we would see relief in very short order. Now, in October of the same year, a different set of solutions are being posited, and once more we are being promised relief in short order. I really don't have any faith in neither this administration or this government, and neither do my constituents. So I have no confidence really that we will see any improvement in the water situation in my constituency as a result of anything that the minister said today.
Sentencing of the Rastafarian couple found guilty on September 24 of failing to send their 2 children to school has been delayed. The couple will now have to wait 3 weeks to know their fate. We get more in this report from Fernella Wedderburn.
Just over 24 members of the Rastafarian community gathered outside the precincts of the District A Magistrates Court today in what they described as a show of solidarity. President of the African Heritage Foundation, Paul Simbarock, told the media the move was in a bid to show support for the Rastafarian couple who were due to receive their sentence in a case in which they are accused of failing to send their children to school. The two were recently found guilty of breaching Section 41, Clause B of the Education Act, Chapter 41, on the grounds that there is absolutely no record of the children, a girl and a boy, both under the age of 10, ever attending formal classes. However, the group attracted the attention of the police as it had not formally applied or asked for permission to hold a protest, march, or gathering in a public place. But the members were adamant that they were not protesting but silently supporting the couple. When the matter came up in the District A No. 1 Court, presided over by Magistrate Douglas Frederick just after noon, the sentencing was delayed. The development came as the parents, who are now represented by attorneys Andrew Pilgrim QC and 3 others, questioned the legitimacy of the charge before the court. The matter was adjourned until October 28. Fenella Wedderburn for Barbados Today.
Police are investigating a shooting incident which occurred at Jackson, St. Michael this afternoon, which resulted in the death of a man in his mid-30s. At 2:40 p.m., police received a report of a shooting in the area of the Nazarene Church at Jackson. On arrival to the scene, the injured man was seen being treated by ambulance medical technicians for what appeared to be a gunshot injury to the back of his head. He was rushed to the QEH where he subsequently succumbed to his injuries. Barbados could be losing out on hundreds of visitors and crucial tourism dollars from the disabled community because the island is not fully ready to cater to their needs. In light of this, tourism officials as well as government are being warned to move with haste in putting the necessary legislation and policies in place to better accommodate locals and visitors with disabilities. With estimates that approximately 2 million people with disabilities travel each year, Michael Holder, managing director and owner of Blessed Rentals, a company that transports people with disabilities, said the traveling disability community was a niche area that the Barbados should be tapping into. However, Holder said government simply did not seem to care.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Get your paper, get your paper. Only $2.25, $2.20. Who? For what? That's Bear Stare News. I don't read about that on Barbados Today since last night. That can't only care do. $2.20. Who?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
In regional news, the United Nations has warned that more than 1 million people were directly affected by Hurricane Matthew and that some 350,000 people were in desperate need of humanitarian assistance. As the death toll in Haiti continues to climb, Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett has appealed to the business community to help bring relief to that country and also to the Bahamas.
I am moved as Prime Minister of Dominica to step in and help however we can in minimizing the suffering of the people of Haiti and the Bahamas in the first instance, as Hurricane Matthew is still an active system impacting Florida's east coast at this hour. I do not wish to delay Dominica's response to this tragedy. I feel that as a grateful people, we have a duty to respond without request. My thinking at this time is rather than appeal to individuals and households across the nation, many of whom we know are themselves not in a position to give, again because of their own losses from Tropical Storm Erica, I believe that on this occasion, we should mobilize among the business community.
On the international scene, South Africa's Archbishop Desmond Tutu has revealed that he wants to have the option of an assisted death. Writing in the Washington Post newspaper on his 85th birthday, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate and anti-apartheid campaigner said that he did not wish to be kept alive at all costs. Mr. Tutu came out in favor of assisted dying in 2014 without specifying if he personally wanted to have the choice. He was hospitalized last month for surgery to treat recurring infections. There is no specific legislation in South Africa governing assisted dying, but in a landmark ruling in April 2015, a South African court granted a terminally ill man the right to die, prompting calls for a clarification of the laws in cases of assisted death. The Anglican Church, of which Mr. Tutu is a member, is staunchly against assisted dying. This is not the first time Mr. Tutu has come out against the church. That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Desmond Brown.